Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the legendary York Hall, Bethnal Green, where Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing proudly present a night of Commonwealth Championship Boxing and the JD Next Generation, sponsored by JD Sports, StubHub and Dapperbet, as we welcome our viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports Arena. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control here at ringside. Our supervisor and steward in charge, Mr. Richard Barber, area representative Des Rees, our three medical officers, Dr. Hill, Dr. Uttar and Dr. Sunny. And our inspectors are lead inspector Ben Harmsworth and our inspectors Ashley McGill, Alan Spelling, Steve Larman, Paul Colpit and Nick Mason. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 6 two-minute rounds in the super featherweight division. Introducing to you firstly, she's fighting out of the red corner wearing the black trunks trimmed with white and weighed in at 9 stone, 3 pounds and 9 ounces. Taking part in her 41st professional contest, ladies and gentlemen, the former IBF and EBU title challenger from Hungary, Mariana Gulyas. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with gold and weighing in at 9 stone, 4 pounds 9 ounces. With the undefeated, perfect professional record of 2 contests, 2 wins, 2 inside the scheduled distance. Ladies and gentlemen, delighted to introduce to you the first GB female boxer to compete in the Olympic Games. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5-time ABA champion and the fighting pride of Top Step. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss GB Tasha Jonas. Timekeeper of the bell is Bob Edgeworth, our referee in charge of the action is Mr. Jeff Hines. 6 two-minute rounds.
Okay, ladies, 6 rounds or less. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Seconds out.
So first 6-rounder for Natasha Jonas. This is the 3rd fight in her professional career. Immediately looks to upload with that southpaw backhand, and Gulyas got caught by it. Not completely square, I don't think, but that's what she's trying to set up already here, Jonas. We saw a lot of that in her last fight a couple of weeks ago against Mariana when she forced a stoppage in that 4th round. It's a good, simple kind of tool, jab, backhand, but she landed it plenty then, and she's landed it quite a few times already tonight.
Yeah, she's found her range straight away. Very her accuracy is good straight away. Straight left there to the body as well. Yeah, that's the hand she's looking to do damage with, but she's setting up behind the jab, also jabbing to the body, and yeah, nice little bounce in her step.
Gulyas was last in action 12 days ago in Poland. She lost over 4 rounds to Karina Kopinska, a name that might ring a bell. She was Katie Taylor's opponent for Taylor's debut back at Wembley Arena back at the end of last November. She was stopped in the 3rd by Taylor. She was also in with Chantel Cameron. It was on Cameron's debut. Took Cameron 6 rounds. So Gulyas, you know, she knows her way around the ring.
Yeah, she's outgunned here though. She's shipping some big shots already. Jonas landed 3 or 4 big straight left hands. Also straight lefts to the body, good jab, really positive start from Natasha Jonas.
Just moving into range with that front foot just inching forward, and Gulyas has got an awkward kind of style. She's got quite a sort of trembly, jerky style that makes her look like she's not really very solid on her feet, oddly enough. She kind of moves backwards in straight lines too, which makes that long backhand a bit more likely to land, as it did again there.
Yeah, and then she's looking for that kind of the right uppercut, straight backhand as well on the bell there.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Next gen That's what it's all about tonight. That's what these shows are all about, getting fighters a profile earlier in their professional careers, and that's exactly what Tasha Jonas is doing herself. She attracted a lot of publicity, of course, through her career with GB, hung up the gloves in the build-up to Rio 2016, took some time away, had a daughter, and now she's back, and she admits that it was when she saw Katie Taylor make her debut. She was with us that night as part of the coverage. It was when she saw that and then had a chat with old GB teammate Tom Stalker the next day that she decided she needed to get back involved. And training was difficult the first few sessions back in the gym after Mila, her little girl, arrived, but she's really warmed into it since, and has said actually that maintaining the weight is easier now than it was before, and that it's kind of falling off her because she's super featherweight now, but she does expect that she might be able to get down lower.
Yeah, well, she started really well, you know, really good first round, and the start of the second round here now she's really raining the shots in.
And down to a knee there, Gulyas, she was pinned back in the red corner, got caught by a long left hand, and eventually just got kind of battered down to a knee. It was a good decision, I think, to drop to a knee, but you get the feeling that really it's just delaying the inevitable here. Jonas, if she wants to put her foot down and finish this, I think can.
I think so. You know, she's found her range, her accuracy's good, she's banging the straight lefts into the head and body. She's coming back with the right hook as well, and I think if she just piles on the pressure here, she could force the stoppage.
And down she goes again to a knee. There was a right to the stomach there about 10 seconds beforehand. She looks okay as she's looking at referee Jeff Hines, but she's under the gun here, really. 20 seconds left in the round, and were she to go down again, then the referee might decide that there is too big a golfing class between these two, really. And a left hand comes in and she just falls forward into Jonas Gulyas, and I think she's going to get out of this round, but not by a lot.
Yeah, she's outgunned, you know. I mean, Tasha Jonas looking really good there. Her accuracy's good. She came out first 10 seconds of the fight. She found her range with her backhand, and, you know, straight away there, she's really driving it in. Head and body, you know, she's not head hunting. She's working the body, kind of finishing a combination with the right hook. Scored 2 knockdowns, and she's just so superior to Mariana Gulyas that I think that's what the issue is. I think she's okay. She can deal with the power, but I just think she can't cope with the volume of the punches, the variety and the angle they're coming from. She's getting hit with shots she's not seeing coming, and like that one there. And I think even she's working the body well as well, and she's looking impressive here, Tasha Jonas. She's far superior to Mariana Gulyas, and I expect her to get the stoppage.
Seconds out, round 3.
Into the third round, they're scheduled for 6 in the super featherweight division. Tasha Jonas in the white and gold, Mariana Gulyas in the black and white. She had a fight, Gulyas, with Delphine Pursoon. That was back in 2012. She was stopped by Pursoon, who was 20-1 at the time, who's now 30-81 and recognised as the best fighter out there at 135 pounds, which is not Jonas's weight division. Everybody's talking about a rematch with Katie Taylor, who boxes for a world title on October the 28th, but they're in different divisions at the moment, and if the weight loss keeps happening for Jonas, then they'll get further apart. They're ploughing their own furrows, their own paths here, and Gulyas again she just looks very, very shaky. It's quite odd.
Yeah, I mean, she's good another. No, that was like a short right hand, but no, she's just out of her depth, isn't she? She doesn't have the skills or the technique to cope with what Tasha Jonas is throwing at her. She's just she seems okay with dealing with the power, even though her head's getting snapped back on a regular basis, but she just doesn't seem to be able to cope with the volume of punching from Tasha Jonas. Oh, and another ground. That's a really good big straight left backhand there.
Right
Pulls
hand
the
high
knockdown
to the head, followed by the left hand, and down she went. She's just pushing the gum shield out to try and get some more air, and Jeff Hines has a good look and calls the contest off, and I think that's the right decision because it's not competitive at this point any longer. She shakes her head, Gulyas, but there's no way she can win the fight from that point. All of the weights is further punishment, further knockdowns, and increasingly we see referees do this now, and it's the right way to go. Yeah,
I think so. You know, she was totally out of her depth. Tasha Jonas was 5 or 6 levels above her. She was kind of really putting the pressure on, sort of punches were raining in on her from all angles, left crosses, coming back with right hooks, body shots, and Mariana Gulyas was just completely out of her depth, and that was a good stoppage by the referee. There's that right hook, that was a good shot, and then like I say, stepped in, half a step, stepped in behind the jab, and a big left cross to score the knockdown. Like I say, you know, she's not knocked out, she's not dizzy, she looks okay, but you know, there's 3 knockdowns now in the fight. She's getting caught too regular, too cleanly, and the referee was right to stop the fight.
Well, it's another win for Tasha Jonas. She was scheduled for 6 tonight for the first time. It hasn't gone that far.
There's that big backhand again. Like I say, she kind of caught her with the right hook foot initially around the temple, and then she kind of had that little layback and then stepped back into range with the southpaw jab and then the big left cross, which scored the knockdown, and the referee rightly waved it off.
Well, it's a question really of what is next. Keeping fighters progressing is what it's all about. We'll hear from her shortly.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Timekeeper Bob Edgeworth records a time of 1 minute and 23 seconds of the 3rd round. With Gulyas in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner and remains undefeated from Toxteth, Miss GB Tasha Jonas.
I suppose the difficulty, Matt, really is keeping her in fights that are going to test her in the ring. She gets great sparring in that Gallagher's gym, of course, and that will be bringing her on all the time. But Cressida Shields won 2 world titles in her 4th fight. Katie Taylor's hopefully going to do it in her, 6th fight. It's not really an easy thing to keep that momentum ticking over. But we'll hear what she thinks about it and what Joe Gallagher thinks about it. They're ringside now with Andy Scott.
Tasha, 2 fights in 2 weeks and 2 stoppage wins. How did you find it in there tonight?
It was brilliant, you know. I've got a good reception from all the London crowd, so I'd like to thank everyone that bought a ticket from me and that has come in here tonight.
We're starting to get a bit more of an all-round picture of what you're about. How do you find that you're settling into the pros?
Sorry, what was that?
How do you find you're settling into the pros?
Yeah, I mean, you're always learning every bout that you're in, and I didn't think I performed as well as I could in Liverpool. I think I was trying a little bit too hard, and tonight I was a bit more relaxed, and I think I boxed better.
What do you think's next for you? Perhaps a step up to 6 rounds and a little bit tougher opposition?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to get the opportunity to box someone a step up and hopefully fight. Well, I've been told that I can box on the Hey Bellew card, hopefully for a title, so we'll see what happens.
Let's have a word with your trainer, Joe Gallagher. Joe, she's busy, and how do you think she's performing?
Yeah, no, that's the plan. Obviously, pro debut Newcastle, Liverpool, and then it's a massive tick in the box to box here at York Hall. Many champions started their career here, and it's good for Natasha to box here. Next stop now is December the 17th on the Tony Bellew, David Hay bill, and we might be looking at stepping her up there and putting her in a title fight. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with her progress up to now, and we're on track for becoming a world champion by the end of the season.
Is that the long-term goal, Tasha? You feel that you can get to world title level? I mean, Joe said before the end of the season. How do you find that? Yeah,
I believe I've got it in me. Obviously, where I'm coming from in the gym that we've got, you know, I've got the best sparring in the world. The lads have proper took me, and Joe took me under the wing, and they've made me the boxer that I am today, and I never thought I could get back to this level, and I feel now that I've surpassed what I ever did on GB.
On to the next level then. Well done.
Great to see the perfect start to Natasha